Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Haha, Kadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation for the whole Philek Akim that's pushing his work. It's Taz Doctrine of GMS Los Angeles camp coming back you with another one. So, just wanted to talk about what happened at work last night. You had employees, you had, co-workers divided on the election. Like, man, I'm just listening and watching them. I'm just like giggling inside. I say, and guess what? These are Israelites, man, who I'm talking about. A lot of them are Israelites who I'm talking about here. Okay, and they are so divided, and there's beef, arguments. Like, what the fuck is this, man? It just shows you how lost in the sauce our people in, how lost in the sauce of how politics work here, man. I was watching a video earlier with Apostle Gabar with the video of Maxwell, and he was describing it as a one-party system. So you got our people over here arguing over a stupid election, which is a clown show to begin with, and this is all directed by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And he having the elites to control this shit, and people are just wasting their time and energy on this bullshit. It just shows you how simple our people are and how sleep that they are. Okay, you got all this information on the web, on the internet, which the Rockefeller hated. He wished the internet was never created because the vast of information that's out, and on top of that, the truth. Okay, the truth is waking our people up and exposing the nonsense that's over here in America. So let's get a scripture. This is Romans the 13th chapter, verse 11. All right, and it reads, "And that knowing the time, all right, that now there's a high time to wake out of sleep." The sleep is talking about your spirit, your mind, man, because our people, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and the Seminole Indians, who are the Israelites according to the Bible, they are asleep. Mentally, they are asleep here in America, man. Why? Because it screams Isaiah 30. They trying to find that leader. They trying to find who can save them. The only ones that can save is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh going to send his son Yahweh Shai to come get the elect, man, and to destroy this place, America, Babylon. So let's read, and that knowing the time, that is a high time to wake out of sleep. So right now we at the highest time of the age of information to wake out of this bullshit, man, to wake out of sleep. All right, let's read. For now our salvation is nearer than what we believe. So why did it say our salvation is nearer than what we believe? These prophecies. Okay, a lot of these prophecies are fulfilling. You got the prophecy of the mark of the Beezy, the Charagma, you know what I'm saying, the mark. You got World War III, man. These prophecies are popping off the chain right now. So now you got talks, reports that you got military drills and drills for in case of impending civil war on November 5th. Yeah, you can't make this up, man. But you know what? This is a good thing for us brothers and sisters that's learning and watching all this, man. All we gotta do is sit back and just watch this circus unfold, man. It's like watching a Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus, man. All right? So let's read. Let's go to the NLT on this one. Romans 13, verse 11. This is all the more urgent, for you know how late it is. Time is running out. You hear that? Time is running out. Yeah, it is, man. Time is running out for Esau, Edom. Time is running out for America, Babylon the Great. Okay? Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than when we first believe. Okay? I already explained that, so let's read. The night is far spent, the day that is hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, the world. All right? And let us put on the armor of light. What's the armor of light? This knowledge, this truth. So people gotta understand You see Kamala Harris right there trying to pose as our people, which she's not. People have to understand, this is only a one-party system. This is all a clown show, okay? This is what it is, man. All right? Nothing new under the sun, all right? This is a one-party system. They all in it together, man. You got to understand these presidential candidates are in some form of in on these societies, a trilateral commission, boule, whatever, whoever it is. Okay, they all under these secret societies, man. Okay, and guess is what their goal is the new world order. Okay, that's what it is. And I saw that in Apostle Cabal's video, and it's facts. You got people arguing over this president, this president, this. She can do this. They all in the same boat right now to put hell on our people, the Israelites, according to the Israelites, so-called Latino Native Americans, according to the Bible. The Israelites, according to the Bible, they want to put more hell and they want to put you to death, man. They're gonna put more cold laws, grievous laws upon our people, man. Okay? These presidential candidates or any politicians out there, they're not in it for your best interest, man. They're only in it to fulfill the elite's plan, the new world order. Period. All right. So right now is a hard time to wake out of sleep, but the problem is our people is very simplistic and stupid, and the Lord called our people stupid. So let's go to the script. Let's go to Jeremiah, right? The 4th chapter. I think that's on verse 22, I believe. Let's get that. Jeremiah 4, verse 22. I'm going to read both versions, all right? For my people is foolish. Who's the Lord's people? The Israelites, okay? For my people is foolish. They have not known me. It's evident here in Babylon the Great. They don't know the Lord, man. The only thing they know is God and Jesus, okay? Those are false gods, man. Jesus is a false God, okay? So they don't know Yahweh. They don't know his son Yahweh Shai, okay? Let's read. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. So another word of foolish is basically saying you're wicked, all right? They have not known me. They are sottish children. So when you go to the word sottish, is meaning stupid, all right? And they had none understanding, for they are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Of course, because if you go to Hosea the 4th chapter, verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay, so I'm laughing about all this arguing back and forth at the job right now. It's because I'm just tickled by it, and they try to ask me, "Who you going for?" I said, "Man, I ain't going for nobody." Okay, I made it clear. All right, don't ask me any more questions. I said it without a smile, man. I ain't going. I'm not going for none of this garbage. All right, it's a clown show. All right, let's read. Let's go to the NLT. It says Jeremiah 4:22. My people are foolish. They do not know me, says the Lord. They are stupid children who have no understanding. They are clever enough at doing wrong, of course, and they have no idea how to do right. So what's to do right? It's following the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Knowing the name of the Father is Yahweh, and the name of his Son, which you indeed call Jesus Christ, is Yahweh Shai. That's the right thing. Okay, knowing who you are as a people according to the Bible. All right, you have a culture. All right, the law, statute, commandments is your culture. The high holy days, which I did a video on Halloween. I don't know why it's not uploading, but I'm gonna try it one more time. Okay, our people celebrate all these pagan holidays out there, not knowing what they're really about, but they don't care and don't want to know the high holy days of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They just worried about the presidential election and what president this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's foolish, man. It's just stupid. All right. But they have no idea how to do right. And it's the truth. Why? Because our people are very simple. They're very simplistic people. What can you say? All right. When you want to be so damn simple in your life, you're not gonna have great results, man. All right. Your reward is gonna be death here in America and Babylon the Great. So let's go to Proverbs 1:22 real quick. Let me get that fast, right? This is my thoughts. So I just want to I just want to press the red button and, just letting you know what happened at work. So this is Proverbs 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth out. She uttered her voice in the streets. So what does that mean? All right. The wisdom is being pushed out in the streets by brothers who's teaching his word and teaching the full doctrine, the 100% truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and breaking down these prophecies and warning our people. Okay? That's the wisdom that's crying out, not that's crying without. She uttered her voice in the streets. The brothers out there throughout the four corners of the earth teaching his word. All right, so let's read. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. What's the chief place of concourse? Where most or majority of the Israelites going to be at? Busy parks, busy streets, place of businesses. Our people going to be there everywhere. So guess what? We got to be around those places, okay, to warn our people, okay, for they can understand who they are according to the Bible. There going to be some that's going to take this word. They're gonna understand it, and there'll be some that's gonna scoff at it, be ignorant. All right, so let's read. She uttered in this, and let's read. In the city, she uttered her words, saying, "How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?" That's the question. The Lord said, "How long are you gonna be simple here, man? How long are you going to fall for the same banana in the tailpipe every 4 years with this presidential election, man?" They give you promises that they don't keep. They talk a good game. Y'all always fall for the same BS every 4 years. That's why I read that first scripture. It's time to wake up, rise up, man. Okay? Awake out of your sleep. Awake out of your slumber. All right. And as you can see through this picture right here, a storm is coming. The winter is coming. All right. And winter signifies death. Okay. There's nothing lively out there, man. Trees is dry and because of the cold. Guess what? Death is coming to our people, man. Doesn't matter what president who's in that chair. All right. Let's read. And the scorners delight in their scorning. That's talking about scoffers, that's the unbelievers. They love making fun of the prophets that's teaching his word. But guess what? The Lord got a surprise for you. It's called nuclear missiles and death. All right. Let's read. And fools hate knowledge. That's the truth. We've seen it so many times throughout the weekends. We see it. Let's read verse 23 in Proverbs, first chapter. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And the Lord is doing that through his men. All right. So you got some people out there. So how do you know which one's telling the truth? The ones that's more consistent. The one doesn't change doctrines. The one doesn't change his mind consistently. All right. Okay. The ones who stays consistent with this truth, the one that's calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? Those are the ones that's telling the truth. The men of Great Millstone and the brothers that's affiliated with us, that's teaching in the same doctrine, speaking in one voice, speaking the same thing. All right? Let's read. Because I have called and you have refused. I already explained how he's calling through his... Yeah, Salakia got interrupted. All right, so let's read. Because I have called and you have refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. So how the Lord stretched out his hand? By using the shepherds of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his men that's out there teaching his word and prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great, America. All right, so let's read. He stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But you have set at naught of all my counsel and will none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And the Lord saying that when that trouble hits you, because you trusted in your president so much, your presidential candidates, and they turn on you, and the cops busting through the door, taking your children, separating your wife and your children and yourself, the men, to different spots. The Lord is gonna laugh at your calamity. He's gonna laugh at you when that time comes. Okay? You gotta understand these presidential candidates are just a one-party system. They're here to fulfill the demands from their master, the elites, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, any elite bankers, okay? To fulfill what? Their new world order, all right? That enterprise that you read in Job, the 5th chapter, verse 12, I believe. That enterprise, that new world order, that's what they're here to fulfill. And guess what? You Israelites are not a part of it. They just want to enslave you and put you to death. It's not far-fetched, you just got to know the history, man. What good things ever happened to us here in Babylon the Great, America? Nothing. Ever. Nothing ever happened that's good for us, man. Okay? So let's go to Job, the 30th chapter. All right, Job 30. So the Lord's going to laugh at your calamity when all that trouble comes. Why? Because you trusted in man more than Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You trust in these politicians more than Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? You trusted in Egypt, America, Babylon the Great, more than Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Plain and simple, these are facts. Because this place, Babylon the Great, how they say this is a godless country, which is true. This is facts. Look it up. You don't have to believe me. Google it. This nation is not a God-fearing nation. Plain and simple. Okay? That's all just bullshit talk, man. But if people say, but what they say in God we trust? You got to understand what power do they trust. They trust in the power of Satan. Plain and simple. What do USA means? To a common fool, it means United States of America. But to a spiritual man, it means under Satan's authority. You can't make this up, man. This is the truth. Okay? So let's go to Isaiah, the 30th chapter real quick, all right? Isaiah 30. Let's start from the top, all right? I'm going to read the NOT, all right? What sorrow awaits my rebellious children, says the Lord. So the Lord asking you a question, what sorrow awaits my rebellious children? Well, guess what sorrow is going to be? It's going to be death. It's going to be pain. That's going to await for you, man. If you keep trusting in this place. Now let's go to King James Version. Woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord, and take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So when you don't follow the laws, statute, commandments, which is the covering of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, nobody's perfect, but you will walk on that straight line. Okay, you will walk that right path. All right, but when you don't have knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and trust in the so-called white man Esau, Edom, you're just going to add sin to sin because you constantly breaking all the law, statute, commandments and don't care. So guess what? You add sin to sin. So that's not the covering of the Lord. You're under covering of the so-called white man Esau, Edom. Okay, so you're not taking counsel. What's the counsel of the Lord? The men that's teaching his word. All right. So let's read. They walked down to go to Egypt and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of the Pharaoh. So our people, as I told you earlier at my job, they looking for a sigh of relief from their so-called leaders, not knowing death awaits them and nothing but pangs and sorrows. All right, that's what's going to be awaiting for them. Because they trust in the system so much, they don't want to even ask questions or get answers from the men of the Lord that's out there. All right. So let's read. They walked to go down to Egypt, which is America, right? And have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. That's the problem. So while I'm watching what's happening at work last night, all this arguing, all this side eye bullshit, okay, about their presidential candidates and stuff. you know, they trust in this system. That's the answer. Okay, so let's read. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. So when they find out, when the presidential candidates are nothing but lies and turn on them, and knowing that the men of the Lord that was prophesying and warning our people, they gonna be shameful. Because those men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai were speaking the truth through the scriptures. Okay? All right? And guess what? They're gonna be stupefied and dumbedified and feeling shame that the presidential candidates who they trusted so far turned on them. Okay? It's like you holding a scorpion in your hand and you want to play with it. You don't think he's gonna sting you? Let's read. Therefore shall the strength of the Pharaoh be your shame. All right, so let's go on the NLT. I'm gonna close it from there. Verse 3, but by trusting Pharaoh, so who's the modern day Pharaoh here in America? It's your president. All right. So your Pharaoh, Donald Trump, and your Pharaohess, Kamala Harris, okay, our people trust in these people, man. It's ridiculous, man. Okay? I'm going to tell you again, this is a one-party system. All right? You could go to the Jordan Maxwell interview. It's going to break it down piece by piece, man. All right? Let's read Isaiah 30, verse 3 on the NLT. But by trusting Pharaoh, you will be humiliated. You hear that word? Humiliated. And by depending on him, you will be disgraced. That's all I have to say, man. So, I just want to tell you what was on my mind, what happened at work last night. It was entertaining. But to then, another video. Shalom.